Hello guys, we're back at Spandex Ballet 4. We're about to go into round 2. We've finished our lunch and we had a great game round 1 between Lewis and his X-Men and Tarquin and his Cabal. Right, up next we are going to have, let me line this up, we will have some Black Order versus Apocalypse. We've got Owen v Max. We haven't rolled off a priority or anything just yet, but we're going to get into it. The rest of the game's going on throughout. We've got both the Petes from Cambridge tackling each other. So Pete Woodruff with his Mighty Avengers or Hydralist against some Guardians from Pete Hughes. We've got Lewis taking on Sam. So the X-Men will be versus the, I believe Sam, another one of our locals here in Norwich, is running some Steve 3 Avengers. And then Tarquin, Simon, is facing off against Thomas Woodruff. So his Cabal / Criminals list will be going up against Thomas's Guardians again. So some sweaty matches near the top between the Petes and Tarquin and Thomas. And then we've got, I'll say down here, we should have a pretty fun match, Black Order v Apocalypse. We're looking forward to this one. But yeah, we will jump into the action now as the players start rolling off. All good, yep. So players are all mic'd up, just checking the levels there. Yep, I can hear you both there perfectly. So first, if you could roll in the dice trays, please, gents. Yep, then I can show everyone on stream. 4 wilds for Owen there, so and so that is, I think the guys have agreed there that Owen has 1 priority. And he's just going to have a... Okay, guys, just going through the mission selection. We'll just... Okay, so secure-wise, we're playing Guardian Save Shia Empress. I think we've got a choice of a couple of new cards coming up here, so... Okay, so Owen has picked, so we've got Evidence of Experimental Soldiers and Guardians Save Shia Empress in Style. So Max will get a choice of threat level. We've got a choice of 17 or 19. I'd imagine at this point, Max will probably pick 17, being a pop player. He's quite happy at 17, and I imagine he probably doesn't want to give the Black Order too many more points to play with. So, guys, just setting up their objectives there. They'll get their objectives out. So we can bring up the 2 missions here. Let's have a look at these and see what we're doing. Yeah, so Max just confirming there. He is picking the 17, so the guys will pick their squads. In a moment, we'll come back once they've done that. Okay. So for Guardians Save Shia Empress, again, this is another pay to flip. This one is the nice fair when they roll 3 dice. No matter what, it's not using a defense stat like we did in the last round. Just roll more hits, crits, and wilds than the number of healthy enemy characters on there. And if you've got an extract when you roll it, you get a reroll. So it's a nice one hit. Nice box shape again. 4 points available. Keep things nice and even. You've got some channels there. It's a little bit wider than the shape we saw in the last round, but it's not quite as wide as that B shape we saw for Mutant Madman. Evidence of Experimental Soldiers, however. So again, this is another one of our source extracts, as one of the new ones. So there's 3 across the middle. They're going to pick them up. And this one, you can reroll 1 defense dice while you're holding one. So that's quite handy there. So we'll see what the both these sides are going to be quite aggressive. The defense reroll could come in handy. Again, we've got an odd number of extracts, even number of secures. Overall, odd number of objectives on the board. So this is going to be about, we don't need to necessarily think about breaking parity like we did in the last game. This time, we're going to see who can grab that early lead. Just picking squads at the moment. I imagine APOC especially has got his picked already. In fact, I can see Max has already got stuff lined up, so let's see what we can find in there. I'm not quite sure which leader Owen is going for at the moment. I can't actually see if he's got a Thanos in there, but he could be using a... Oh no, I think that's Thanos at the top. So I imagine he probably does, but we'll see once his squad goes out just who he's using. I'll start filling these squads in. I can see Apocalypse there already, obviously, for Max. Pretty certain he's brought Beast along. Trying to see who else is there. See, there's Magic. Imagine there is a Gambit. I can't quite see who the 5th model we've got there for APOC is. I would have assumed Toad. Usually. Yeah, that's Toad. So yeah, so we know for APOC at the moment, we're going to be seeing Apocalypse Beast, Magic Gambit, and Toad. We're just waiting on seeing what Owen's going to choose for his squad. Not played against Owen before, not seen him play, so not too sure what Black Order play at 17 these days. I don't know if this maybe see Corvus bringing out his leadership. I'm not too sure which gems he's got on people either today. I've not seen his roster just yet. Been a long while since I played any Black Order. Personally, 17, the old 16 I know was 3 wide Thanos, Corvus with the Reality Gem, and Proxima. What do we do at 17, I wonder? See Max got his tactics cards out there. I can't quite read what he's got, but I'd imagine there's a Recal, an Immortal Servants, probably an Indom in there as well. Journey through Limbo is almost certain. Okay, so we've got Thanos. We've got a Black Dwarf. Proxima and Nebula. So it is definitely Thanos leadership today. So tactics cards for APOC, Immortal Servants, Recal, as we said, Journey through Limbo. Then we've got Patch Up and Sacrifice for his 2 restricted cards, as we kind of expected. Warpath, Patch Up, Power of the Cosmos, Mothership, and I'm not quite sure what the 5th tactics card there is for Black Order. Blood Despair is the last one. Okay. So Owen's got priorities, so he's going to be deploying first. Looks like we're going to be seeing Proxima. So the guys just discussing the train. I haven't actually put out any train maps here. They've just decided, fair enough. Again, I will let the players discuss it between themselves. The barricades that we've got across the middle, that rather than counting them as individual ones, they're counting them as a single size 2 each. Again, we play relatively relaxed at these events, so as long as the players are agreed, if they come to any disagreement, I'm more than happy to step in and make the judge call on these, try and make the boards look as thematic as we can. Just so, and it's up to the players yet to agree between them. So we've seen Proxima take residence at the north of the map for the Black Order. Toad is sitting down at the south. So APOC is, we're not too sure just at the moment which cards have been assigned to the horsemen, but I'm sure we'll find that out. I imagine War will be for Magic, probably Pestilence for Beast, Death for Toad, and Famine for Gambit is the usual setup. What I'll do is I'll bring these up in a moment so we can refer to these. So for those that haven't played APOC before, he himself brings a whole load of extra, effectively tactics cards that attach to the characters. They become the horsemen and grants them some extra superpowers and ways of generating tokens for Apocalypse. Then the characters within there can use those tokens for rerolls or to spend for the powers on those horseman cards. It gets very complicated, and I appreciate if you haven't played it before, me explaining it probably isn't the best way. But I'll try and make it clear as we go through. Okay, so we had a bit more deployment. Black Dwarf has taken up residence in the centre of the board there. Slightly towards the south, I guess. Just because that digger's in the way. So, an example of these cards that we're talking about for APOC. Here's the Famine card, which I imagine will be assigned to Gambit. You can see that he gets these 2 superpowers. So he gets an innate one that will generate evolution tokens. So as long as he ends his activation with no non-daze enemy characters within 3 of him, APOC will gain, or the APOC Master of the Horseman card will gain 1 evolution token. His Vanish into Dust ability, he can spend 2 power and he can use those evolution tokens to afford the power. Effectively gives him a range 2 hop. So it gives Gambit a lot more movement, and whilst he's on the board, APOC also gets those abilities. So giving APOC a range 2 hop is very nice. Okay, looks like we've had Thanos placed down the centre as well. You look at the War card as well. So this is the one that will most likely be applied to Magic. She gets Fury, which is an insane power in this. This is effectively the same as Valkyrie, the original Valkyrie's ability to change dice to hits for each crit and wild in the attack roll. When she's also counting skulls in both rolls on her spender, it becomes absolutely mental. Coupled with rerolls and pierces and everything, Magic becomes absolutely bonkers with that ability. Beast will most likely be Pestilence, so he can jump in, he can put out a load of conditions, which then unlocks APOC's Spender, making that very scary. So if we bring up APOC's card here, we're looking at Ensabanar's Judgment, 3 power, 8 dice at range 2, but you add 2 dice for each special condition the target character has. So you load up just one special condition, just brute someone, shock someone. That's suddenly a 10 dice spender. If they've got 2, it's 12 dice. It's bonkers. Okay, we're all deployed, And Owen is taking first turn as well. He'll most likely be. There we go. There's the handshake from both players. Excellent bit of sportsmanship there. So going to the power phase. We're expecting that Thanos will probably be keeping priority here with 4 wide versus 5 wide. It'll be very interesting. There's a lot of objectives on the board, though, for them to gather up. So we'll see what they do there. But I think you're always going to struggle to get more than four models on the board when you're playing Black Order. They're very expensive, especially if you're taking Thanos. I'll have to check which stones he's got there. One moment, I'll just double check that. Sorry, yeah, just double checking those horsemen. And yeah, that was as we thought, and it is Space and Mind on Thanos, the classic Ms. Thanos. So starting off with the Space Stone, he's just going to hop himself to. So he's in range of that that secure rather. He's going to try and flip. We get it, yep. There we go. That goes over to Thanos. Okay, I think we had a little change around here. So, and again, bit of sportsmanship here. Again, we're playing pretty relatively relaxed here. It wasn't a Space Gem move. It was a move with Thanos. Flip the point, moved again to pick up that center one. He's used a Space Stone on Black Dwarf to move him over. Again, a little bit. Not the neatest play, I admit. I think the Space Gem needed to be used a little bit earlier. But again, we're playing relatively chill. Max is happy with it. It's an interesting move. Gets a Black Dwarf up there. Hasn't really changed anything. He had the movement and the space to do it. Okay, and we're all over to Apoc. So we've got Toad coming up. So Toad makes a double move, picks up the source extract. Again, these source extracts have somewhat changed the way Toad plays a little bit. It used to be such a go-to, but now he can't just fully run away with these as easy as he once did. But we still see good use of him. Obviously, he's now appeared in both the games that we've had on the stream, so people still think he's worthwhile. Being able to interact from range 2 is great. Okay, nice simple Toad activation. We are back over to the Black Order. Looks like we're going Proxima at the top there. So we're not going to mirror. Okay. I'm a little bit wary of what Gambit can do. Rightly so, but again, it's kind of wanting to break this. Again, I'm thinking here, you could take that extract, which stops Max Gambit. This is where the lack of bodies is is a problem because he hasn't got 2 power, so he doesn't have the ability to both pick up and flip the point. So it might be worth. I mean, the more guaranteed one is that. Okay, so Owen's here. He's opting to stay a little bit further back. He's going to try and flip the. So Proxima's going to try and flip that point. She gets it. Leaving that open for Gambit or Magic to come up, which I guess opens them up. Leaves Proxima able to attack at the start of the next round, potentially. I guess the other downside here is that Nebula makes up Owen's numbers, who can't interact with these points at all. She's very killy, but I don't think this is going to be a game won by Black Order on points. I think Max knows that. He knows it's a game of points. He's going to try and rush ahead. It's going to be, can Owen get enough damage through to the Apocalypse and his horsemen before Max scores out? Maximus 7 around. Some pay to flips at least, so that Black Order don't mind. At least they can move off them. They don't need to be stuck on them. I guess he would have a pass. Yeah, he hasn't gone back. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Some activated tokens coming out. That's nice and helpful. Owen had just forgotten that he hadn't actually activated Black Dwarf. He'd just moved him up, but he's still going to opt to go with Nebula. I guess he would have a pass available to him. I assume he's Cosmic Portaling range, but can't be kept within range 4 of him, but he can get a shot into Toad here. So here we go. Nebula's going to get a nice little reroll. Oh, this could be quite a big hit. Oh, I think that just dazes a Toad. He's using evolution token for a reroll. He's got to convert this. He does it. There we go. So alive on 1. So this is Nebula, the power of Nebula. She just did her 4 dice blast pistol, range 3. It is just a gainer, but because of her assassin rule, if someone is contesting or holding an objective, she gets a reroll. She can reroll any number of the dice when attacking him. Which makes her very deadly. On the reverse side, since Toad did gain a whole load of power, he's using his slippery attack. So that's been resolved. He can spend 2 power. He can advance medium, go wherever he wants. He's as we spoke about earlier, since those source extracts are going to go back to the middle at the end of the round, Toad is going to have to come forward again if he wants to grab it again and put himself back in danger. There we go. Again, because these reactive things just getting a little bit mixed up because he thought Toad had made an activation, but he just moved there, so he's just measuring a little bit for Black Dwarf, but noting that he could make a pass next turn. Beast makes a move up towards Nebula, not quite in range to make his I think it's his acrobatic strike. So I think he just is going to double move, and I think this is where the pestilence bomb comes in. No, nope, he's not doing that. I guess, oh no, because he spent that evolution token on Toad. He doesn't have the power to do the bomb. Some good sportsmanship from these guys. Max realised he hadn't actually got the power to do what he wants. So, and Owen more than happy for him to let him do the take back after he did the take back from Black Dwarf earlier. Again, so that was just a gambit, moving up onto that point, flipped that point. Sorry, I missed the roll there, but he flipped that, no problem. Yeah, and this is the famine coming into play. Gambit is outside of 3. He generates that token back, and this is where. So yeah, I think this is the plan. I think Max just got a bit ahead of himself with what he wanted to do, but it has left an opening here now. Black Dwarf could potentially go up and steal the point. Players just double checking how the extract how the secure works. Just remind you, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what your defenses are. Like a lot of the pay to flips, this is just roll 3 dice, and you need to have more hits, crits, and wilds. And again, the players here just remembering as well that Toad actually would have had a defensive reroll from holding the thing. But again, Max not asking for another take back there. He spent the token to the reroll, forgot to do the reroll there. I think Owen's very much debating whether he wants to actually dive with Black Dwarf, but he's decided no, actually, it's gonna probably be better that he pass, force Max to do something rather than sit right in front of APOC and Beast just to potentially take that point. Seems a better idea. Beast could quite easily double move up and take that point away from Black Dwarf in return as well. Black Dwarf definitely a character that we're hoping for quite an update to soon. Right. He is a chonky boy. But given some of the updates for the 4 threats, only 6 health, he's got a damage reduction to a minimum of 1. But it's this Enforced Oblivion, 2 power, it makes a move action, but then the next attack action adds 2 dice. So it's just, it needs to be a better charge. It either needs to just be charge, or needs to do something with him, because he's not getting any sort of action compression. He's large base, short move. He's got a size 4 throw, both character and terrain, which could be really helpful against APOC in this game, because it is a medium throw as well, so you can keep APOC out of dodge there, just make him spend actions. And he does have stagger on his spender on a wild, but it's 7 power for that. He doesn't exactly build power too great until he can get up in the mix there. I guess the other thing is he's got his bodyguard available, so really interested to see how Owen uses Black Dwarf in this game. Cool, so while I was talking there, it looks like Beast has double moved and what they have affectionately known as farting in the area. So he's just handed out conditions to both Thanos and Black Dwarf. Not sure what, I assume they poisoned or rooted? Okay, yeah, just confirmed there. Yeah, they've got, he's given root to both Thanos and Black Dwarf, though really doesn't, that really doesn't make Black Dwarf's life any easier there, unfortunately. So I'm curious, I have to double check here. So it's Thanos. I wonder how that works with his cards. So normally Thanos doesn't need to spend power to use the gems, if I remember rightly. Okay, so Black Dwarf just making the double move to try and steal that point from the looks of it. So what I was trying to check earlier was Thanos. It's I forgot that it moved to his leadership the ability to use the Infinity Gems without paying the power cost. I would assume though that Root still enforces him to have to spend the 1 on that there. So again, Root a very good one to add to Thanos there as well. And here comes Apoc. He's going to famine hop, spend 2 of the evolution tokens, place himself within 2. He's right up there. Oh, not quite in range of the objective, so he'd have to make another move. He's not going to get to double. Not going to get to double strike into Black Dwarf. So here we go. 7 dice Mystic into Black Dwarf. We've got 4 so far. Oh, Black Dwarf only blocking 1. Same 4. Black Dwarf's got his damage reduction, so he is only taking 2. Gains 2 power. And because the wild Apoc does get to pop out another condition. So Black Dwarf is now also shocked. Reduce that 6 dice attack down to a 5. Again, we spoke about that. That spender from Apoc. He can now get an extra 4 dice from that, but we're just attacking again with Apoc. Ah. Oh wow, that is just 6 straight up, and that just dazes him straight up. We did actually see the rare throw trigger come up because he had both shock and root. But we don't get to actually resolve it because after the attack. But unfortunately, Black Dwarf is just dazed. Yep, 4 damage from that attack. That was crazy good. Even with the damage reduction from Black Dwarf, that was an unfortunate defense roll. But I guess Black Dwarf does come back with a nice bit of health, and I believe on his reverse side, he does have. On his reverse side, at least, there we go. He does go up to 8 health, but we've got to see that. He's got to be 8-8 or something, see like that. So I believe that is 3-4 in favour of Thanos at the moment. All right, guys, just taking a quick break while I'm nipping to the loo, just while we get into the next round. So I'll be curious as to what Owen decides to open with in this next round. Does he open back up with a Black Dwarf? I mean, if we look at his card, I don't think anything changes other than that health going back up. But he will be chock full of power. So he's going to have 6-7 power. At least there, going into that power phase. So if he can stagger, I mean, that's probably the magic number, really, isn't it, to go into Apoc? If you can use that spender, stagger him, and then throw him away, that doesn't make Apoc a very happy boy. You then still got another action where he could potentially just do an axe strike. We could get quite a bit of damage into Apoc. Thanos could potentially decree that as well. I believe if Thanos has got the power on his healthy side. So if we look at Death's Decree, when another ally character within range 4 of this attacks, when creating the attack dice pool, If the attacker is healthy, it adds 2 dice, but if he's injured, which Black Dwarf is, it adds 4 dice the attack roll. We could be looking at 12 dice spender into APOC. Okay, we're back. We're going into round 2 now. Okay, just getting into power phase. They put back those source extracts. And again, the shock and the root go away from Black Dwarf. This has got you've got to start with. He's got to start with Black Dwarf here. Really, this is his best opportunity to deal with Thanos. But then I don't play Thanos, so Owen. I think this is the only faction that Owen plays, so he's well trained with them. I think he's torn a little bit here because I think he's also thinking he could start with Thanos and just delete a beast, perhaps. Again, Proxima's right up there against Magic. Yeah, it's rain. Yeah, here we go. It's the brutal end. Are we desecrating it? Yeah, we're going to desecrate it as well. This is going to be a 12 dice physical attack. Stagger on a wild. Oh, this could be a bit bonkers. That is also, as Owen just rightly pointed out, even without rolling the dice against the crits, he has hit one of the bingo points, which is roll over 10 dice in a single attack roll. You can do it if you just get a lot of crits, but yeah, he's had to get extra dice from his opponent. Oh, that is a good roll. I think there's 3 crits. There we go. 3 crits already. Oh, okay. Annoyingly, he's not gotten the wild, though. He has got 9 successes. He has blocked 3, and he'll reduce by 1, so it's in... Oh, okay, he's gonna use the Evo token, try and get a reroll in there. No success there. I think APOC is only... I think APOC is only 7 health on this side. Only 2 left, but that is only 1 attack. No, there was no wild in there, so he doesn't get the stagger at this point, which is a shame. You just thought there would have been a... Okay, there's a potential sacrifice play here. Just having to think about what he does for his next action. He's going for the axe strike now. So it's going to be a 6 dice physical. Can't Death Decree again. And Max is going to sacrifice into Toad. Again, a good support there from Owen. He has said, reminded his opponent that if he does get the 1 power, he can get the throw. Though I would have thought he already had the 7. I think he took 6. He should have started the round with 7, but again, not for me to go and intervene there. Yeah, just double checking the range of sacrifice there. Yep. So yeah, this is going to be a 6 dice physical into Toad. Okay, Toad is taking that 1 in days. That is a dazed Toad. And this also brings up the death ability from the Horseman. So here we go. So when a character is dazed or KO'd, gains 3 tokens. So Owen, have a think here. Does he just throw something into APOC or does he throw APOC away? Yeah, he's going to take the gamble. He's going for glory. Oh, APOC's only blocked 1 so far. He's going to spend, Evo tokens he can spend on dodges, so he's going to spend 2 of them to reroll. Oh, he still blanks out. That is a dazed APOC as well. That was an excellent retort there from Black Dwarf. Managing to daze Toad and APOC in one activation. Okay, maybe my maybe my bad mouthing Black Dwarf earlier on was all for vain. I'm more than happy to be proved wrong there. This is exactly what Owen needs to do, to be honest. He needs to do the aggression early on because he's not going to be scoring this out on points. Only other thing he could have done was, because he wasn't in range, was to be able to pick up that extract, unfortunately. But and Nebula is at the back there as well, but she won't be able to pick that up, unfortunately. There you go. Owen, super proud of his Black Dwarf there. That's not every day that you see Black Dwarf daze both an APOC and a Toad. So I'm thinking this South extract is a little bit vulnerable for Owen. He's not going to be able to hoover that up without sending Thanos down there. Max is opting to go with Beast. He thinks he's going to pick up the one that Thanos would take. And then is this Beast going to go on a bit of a rampage, and can he flip 2 points? I think he's probably got enough. Does Beast have enough movement to move back, flip his home one, and then flip the other one? Oh no, he needs to build some power. So he's opting to do a builder into Black Dwarf, which if he gets a wild, he gets 1 hit. Just 1 damage going on to Beast, which is exactly what he wanted. So part of that attack, because he got the wild, Beast has to place within 1. So it gets him to that objective where he wants to be. He can now attempt to flip that point. He only needs to get 1 success here, and he gets it because Black Dwarf is not a healthy character. And just throwing a second attack into Black Dwarf. Okay, we've got 2 hits, 1 block from Black Dwarf there. So again, chipping away at Black Dwarf. You can see he's just taken 2. He's got 6 left. But you know what? He's been a bit of a hero already, doing that into APOC. I think that will flip priority back to Max next round, though, so we might not see Black Dwarf left there for longer. Yeah, Max got that wild again, so he has to place within 1. He's already within 1, but he can reposition himself if he wants a bit. So what does Owen want to do? I mean, does he bait out the... So yeah, Owen thinking about whether he goes with Proxima, since he's got both Gambit and Magic to face. She might be able to do some work. Again, does she just go for the aggression? Proxima, again, not the deadliest, but she can hit. She can hit hard. If we bring up her card here, she can do her spear throw. So 5 dice, energy. She's going to get a bit of cover, but she might be able to poison her. And again, much like Beast, she automatically places within 1. She's already... So yeah, block 1, 1 for cover, blocks everything, doesn't get the poison, places within 1, but that does mean it puts him right on that extract. I think she gets a power for that. Does she get a power for that? Oh, you don't actually get any power. Spear throw doesn't give you power or anything. Okay, that's interesting. She'll have a power anyway to pick that up. Still got a second action here from Proxima, seeing what she's going to do. Okay, we're just doing the strike now. 5 dice physical, pierce and wild. We get the pierce, but only 2 hits. There we go, 2 done. That pierce coming in handy. We're debating a mothership play here. So mothership here. 2 Black Order characters may both spend 2 power each. Place one of the 2 characters not holding objective within range of one of the other characters. So my guess is he was thinking either pull Black Dwarf out of a dodge, or get Thanos over that side of the board. Okay, we've got magic action. Magic's just kind of dunking back onto Proxima. Okay, 2 power spent on Proxima for martial prowess. So she's rolling 5 dice, much like the quick draw we saw in the last round. If she doesn't take any damage, it'll be 2. Oh dear. Okay, so it looks like there's going to have to be some Evo tokens here. Okay, we're doing a reroll. We've used a Fury on this as well, so if we get a critical wild... Oh, okay, that was very lucky there, because he needed that critical wild in particular to add the extra dice in. So we're only taking 1 on Proxima, but it doesn't mean that we're doing any damage back. And And here's the broken thing with Fury is that you don't. It's not limited to once per turn. So Proxima can't do the martial prowess back because she doesn't have enough power. But Magic got enough power there to do Fury again. So we're doing another 5 dice. 5 dice Mystic into 3 dice Mystic this time. Oh dear. Oof, that is 6 piercing the black that. Yeah, that's a dazed. That is a dazed Proxima, unfortunately. Yeah, just doing the reroll there. It's a bit redundant because of the pierce. So that, unfortunately, is a dazed Proxima as well. Unfortunately, that's where I was thinking, like, if he'd left Proxima there, possibly baited out the daze, he could have kept priority. It's maybe where the mothership play could have come in, I guess, bring Thanos in there. Yeah, we're considering Nebula play here. Owen just realizing that he's lost priority here. He's done some damage. I mean, I think Nebula's got those energy attacks. I think she just piles into Beast. Okay, yeah, we're going with Thanos. Going to hunt down Gambit. You've already given up priority, so he's got to spend 1 power on the Space Stone because of that route. It's only 1 power though. He gains quite a bit. So I'm having to remind myself here, can Thanos not Cosmic Portal himself anymore? Is it only allied? Oh, Cosmic Portal is choose another allied character. I'd forgotten about that. They really did nuke Thanos into the ground, unfortunately. Okay, we're just doing the 6 dice physical into Gambit. Throw on a wild. Or hit wild, rather. Oh, there's Gambit blocking 3. Okay, well, we've got 3. No. Yeah, so that's nothing, unfortunately, there. We had to move on to the point. He got the Space Stone. Or the Mind Stone, rather. He's used Space Stone, but he's got the Mind Stone. This has got to be a Mind Stone play, surely. Like he is rooted, but he's got power. But then he does leave the route really coming in tricky here because he has only got 1 power, so he wants to be able to move him with the Mind Stone and then flip the point. So either semi-stagger Gambit. I mean, I would just try and flip the point. I think take the hit back from Gambit. Gambit's a relatively dangerous, but if anyone, he's going to tank it. Thanos is. Yeah, I think Owen's. So he's gone. Just gone. I want you to hit me. Hey, he gets the point. He gets it. The gamble played off. Gamble paid off. Obviously, Gambit might just flip it back because Gambit is Gambit. But it forces Gambit to do something. And again, if he wants to double hit into Thanos, then it's just going to load Thanos up with power. Max just saying actually he wanted to be hit more because he wanted to be able to flip both points. Okay, yeah, so retreat is a better part of Valor. He is just going to run up and try and flip the enemy one. Here we go. So 3 dice from Gambit. He gets it. He would have even got. He would have even got the Thanos one. So yeah, I mean, what do we do to bring Thanos up to APOC level? I mean, they nuked him into the ground. Really, does he need some rerolls, or does that need to be a 7 dice builder? Make the throw trigger easier again. What are your thoughts? And we just got Nebula as the last activation of the round. She can't interact with anything, but she can certainly run in and hurt Beast. I mean, if she's got she's got power for the shock shield assault. So 6 dice energy. He's got an objective, so this is going to be re-roll anything. This is going to be this could be tough. Okay, without the re-roll, we've got 4 so far. 5. I mean, I don't think we're Days and Beast, but he's got his Stars and Garters for a re-roll, so he's going to spend 1 there. Save 2. Okay, taken 3. I think we got a stun in there as well. Yeah, we got the wild, we got the stun. It is after the attack. It's after the attack, so Beast's still getting a bit of power. And yeah, here we go. Place him within 1. Now it's the end of the round, but I think we're matched at 7-7 again this time. Oh, in fact, no. It's 6-7. We realised that, as I said earlier, that southern extract point, because Black Dwarf focused on killing APOC, wasn't able to pick up that evidence token. So that does give APOC the points lead. He has got priority now. Max does with the APOC. You got to think Black Dwarf might not be along for this world. But then we do have a Toad and APOC flipped. Gambit's taking a bit of damage. Magic's taking a bit of damage. Beast's taking a bit of damage. So everyone is hurting. Okay. Right, just a quick break while players nip to the loo, have a little think, reconvene. Say we have got 2-hour rounds here, so they've got a bit of time. We're an hour in. We're only halfway in. Going into round 3. It's a pretty close score so far. Do we take Black Dwarf off the field first, or I mean, there's a good option for Magic, I guess, to pile back into Proxima, perhaps clear up that northern side of the field. We get some lollies. It's very hot here in Norwich at the moment, so we're getting some ice creams out. Thank you very much. Just having a quick discussion about whether the horseman cars disappear if APOC goes, but it does look like we're going for a Nebula attack into APOC. Just going to double attack into him, see what damage we can do. Okay, 4 dice blaster pistol going into APOC. Energy, full rerolls. Oh, that's a good hit. 4 off the bat, plus the crit. Oh, can't reroll that skull. Just 2 damage so far to APOC. He does go up to 8 health on this side, though. Sounds good to me. Yep. Okay, sorry. I think we had a double attack into APOC from Nebula. It didn't quite do the damage that Owen was hoping, and we have Beast attacking back into Nebula. Well, no, into Proxima, sorry. So I assume this is Magic attacking into Proxima, who's doing the martial prowess that did not pay off clearly. Oh, looking at that roll, no, that was 5 defense, 4 hits. That's a brilliant attack roll. And again, a bonkers roll from Magic there. Magic considering running away now. Oh, we're going to see a spender into Proxima here. I think Proxima going to be off the board, I think. Forgot, actually. Black Dwarf is off the board. So it's going to be a 6 dice Mystic, but count skulls in both the attack and defense roll. Plus, she's going to stack up Fury. And again, we're seeing that martial prowess, so 5 dice for the defense, which possibly means he just rolls more skulls, but okay, not bad. 2 so far, but that's at least 4 so far. Yeah, we've done Furious. That's 7. Block 2, 5, reduced by 1. She's already taken a couple. Four. Yeah, she dies as well. Shame. Yep, 2 moles off the board. Just Thanos and Nebula now. I think the aggression from APOC this turn is putting it in the end game already. Would have liked to have seen Nebula go a little bit later in the round. Right, so that's magical done. So just got Thanos there now. So Thanos is yes, yeah, try and hoover up those points. Try and get rid of Gambit. That route proving a real thorn in the side to Owen at the moment, like causing him to have to use power on his stones. Thanos is not like that. He doesn't want to do the action to shake it either. Okay, sorry there, guys. We're back. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted doing a judge rule on another table there. So just seeing what Thanos has done. It looks like he has hopped over. Presume. Looks like he got the throw. Lovely. So one more. Plinked a bit more damage into Gambit. I think that's. So we've done the throw. Gambit's now do parting shot. Do a damage back to Thanos. Thanos reduces it by 1 to 0. And Gambit's going to advance back onto the point. Okay, sorry, I'm just showing off the stream a little bit to some of the guys. This is all a bit brand new, so just showing off the stuff that's working there. I think we're all done with the Black Order activation, so Toad is just going to sweep up. He's going to pick up a thing, see if he can hop up onto the building, interact from 2. He's just going to walk up, try and flip the point. There we go. He flips the point, so Toad's got that one now. He's flipped the other one. Or Beast flipped earlier. I missed. Oh, Beast was days earlier from Nebula. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, I mean, points are still close. So there's 2 points in it. And we're going into round 4. Priority is going back to Thanos. But so we've got. So we did have a Dazed Beast. Forgot to flip that over. So Nebula's got 3 power, so I guess she could load herself up a little bit. I mean, Thanos is not in range death to Kree Nebula, which would been quite nice. Looks like we're going to start with a Nebula activation. That's probably where I would go. He's just considering whether he wants to go after Beast or Gambit, really. I don't think there's a right answer here. Beast, only 5. Beast is only 5 health on this side. Gambit has only got 3, but Gambit's to count the wilds. He's also got the lower energy health. Owen just mentioned that he did forget to play Blood to Spare. Just bring that card up here. So, yeah, this would have been a brilliant one to use when with either Proxima or Black Dwarf. He just completely forgot to do it. Immediately gets Paul an attack before getting the Daze token. Shame. This is what happens with these events. You forget to play them. You're in the heat at the moment, but you learn from these mistakes, like we said earlier. Okay, Nebula spending 3 power, do a Shock Sword Assault into Beast, full rerolls. He's sat on that point. He's only got 2 energy defense. This has got to be a dead Beast. Oh, it's pretty solid. A couple of skulls be locked out, but he has got a crit in there. Beast hasn't blocked anything. Okay, the crit converts, and then you can reroll these 2. Hey, both converts. That's 5. So that's going to be. Okay, so it would be Beast out, but he's going to spend for Stars and Garters, first of all. He blocks 1, and he's going to spend an Evo token. Yeah, he's going to spend an Evo token. Oh, converts as well. Takes only 3 from that 5. Gets stun. Nebula's already within 1, I believe. So we're just going to do a blaster shot now with Nebula. So 4 dice energy into 2 dice energy. Again, full rerolls from Nebula. Oh, that's a great attack. Okay, he's got a reroll on that. Oh, he's got to remember he's got his reroll. I don't think he needs to, though. Okay, Beast considering a recal on this. Okay, we're spending recal. So 5 dice into 2. Oh, we've got the 2, but he's blocked 1. Beast lives on 1. Yeah, that's not what Owen wanted to see there. Thanos himself is going to have to do a lot of work hoovering up points. He's got to just pass until Thanos' second to last activation. Try and hoover up a few points. Otherwise, Magic is going to start. I mean, Magic's going to probably journey him through limbo now, isn't he? Set him on fire and send him off to the middle of nowhere. Max does only need 5 points to win this. Gonna try and flip the point. Yeah, Magic gets that pay to flip. And just disappears again. Runs away behind the building. Does Thanos wait it out? I think this route and just not having Thanos be attacked has really left him with very little power. He's Owen's quite in the tank here. No, he's measuring a couple. He's going with the activation. He's not going to pass. So he's using the Space Stone, place himself within 2. He's going to pick up that. He's picking up the evidence token. He's unsure what he does now. Again, does he want to just go for the aggression? Does he daze Gambit and leave him only with 2? Is Thanos got a... I'm just saying, is it a medium throw? It's only a short throw. I was thinking maybe you throw... Can you throw Gambit into Beast and potentially do that damage there? But no. No, I think he's going after... He wants to get Beast. Oh, yeah. Of course, we do forget about his leadership. When someone is KO'd, he does get a VP. So getting rid of Beast does get him a VP. Completely forgot about that part of the leadership for Thanos. That is actually the part of the... We're quoting a bit of Eminem here now. He's got one chance. Oh, we're using Cosmic Blast. Just adjusting range. He just wants to stay out of range 2. He doesn't want to get hit by that Spender. He's not getting to that point anyway. So it's spending an extra power to make it a 6 dice energy. We've got only 2. Oh, Beast isn't blocking anything at the moment. He's going to spend for Stars and Garters. And I guess he's still got an Evo token from the looks of it. Oh, no. He can't use the Evo token because he can't reroll that skull. He does block 1. Okay, we're starting to recover there. It is 10 to 11. And that is Beast off the board. You know what? I might have been a bit down on this, but depending on what Gambit can do. Does he get the 5 points? I mean, he's already got him, hasn't he? Yeah. He's got two of the extracts. He's got 3 of the points. He's gonna try and add another one here. Toad's going to interact with that northern extract. Yeah, Toad just can interact with objectives from 2. So there it is. Yeah, so he gets that point as well. I mean, there's a Gambit and Apoc left, so I mean, they can pummel into Thanos or into Nebula if they want. Yeah, I think the guy's just talking out. Gambit's going to throw some attacks into Thanos. All the same. Gambit's going to do the energy attack. It's 2. No, we've moved the dice trays a bit, but didn't get the wild for the explosive that Max was looking for, but it's all a little bit superfluous at the moment. So Thanos blocking 2. Take nothing on Thanos, but we get the explosive. So that is 1 damage onto... Oh, we're doing the reroll. Okay. What's that reroll into a skull? Yeah, Gambit can do a little something extra. So he's turned that into a wild, so doing 4. Blocking 2. Reduced by 1. Takes 1. Got the explosive. Does 1 damage to Nebula. And here we go with Apoc. 7 dice physical into Thanos. Oh, it's a pretty big hit. 4 into nothing. Reduces by 1. That's Thanos taking 3. He's putting shock onto Thanos now. Oh, And here we go. He's got root and shock on him now. So if he does get the wild, we get a throw onto Thanos. He's going to do that second attack. No, we're doing the spend. No, we have placed with famine for 2 Evo tokens. We're going to spend 3, making this up to a 12 dice, 12 dice attack. We've got, I think we've got 6 so far. 7, nothing blocked there. Right, yeah, that's a dazed Thanos there. Only had 3 left. Just a little bit salt in the wound there. But there we go. So APOC goes up to, well, at least 16. Owen doesn't get any points. I think APOC will pick the extra point up, and I think it goes up to 18-10, I think, at the end of that one. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining that game. We will be back in... We've still got half an hour left of this round, so we'll be back at 3 o'clock. We look forward to seeing there. We will have the final of Spandex Ballet 4. Looking forward to you guys joining us there, and thanks for joining.